Hello everybody and welcome back to the Dark Red Gaming Club. So this is finally my first return to a full video after a while. So in today's video we're going to be playing a new series which is with Jak and Daxter. Another game that I have to say I love this game so much. So in today's video we're going to be playing a full new save. I had this when I beat the game for the first time. Yes, it's 99%, but I'm not 100%ing this game. This game is a little bit too much to 100%, but I'll try my best to 100% this new run. So without further ado, let's go.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find.
Narration.
Who were the Precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall.
But
Even
rocks
the
have
rocks
no life.
do
What?
not recall.
What?
Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders.
Yikes, I forgot about this game's textures, man. These models look... Oh my god. But I'll give this, the game's animation is still like supremely good.
Too old, same as the sage anyway. I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet.
Master Yoda would like to have a word with you, Samos.
So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Then why are you there? Why are you there then? Why are you on Misty Island?
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess
Bro, that reminded me of General Grievous.
what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
Yeesh, those models look
What are we doing
ugly.
here anyway, Jak? This
The
place
animation is
gives
so
me the
nice in this
creeps.
game, and everything has so much personality. But man, do I think a mod to include the HD, like the HD textures from, well, not the texture, the models from Jak 2 actually would be really nice.
Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow!
If you play Jak 3, then I think I can completely agree with Daxter. Man, this cutscene is so long, and the problem with these cutscenes is that you cannot skip them.
I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened. What?
Have you taken a look at yourself? Like, it took you to watch the look your hand in order to realize that you're small. This scene, you know what he was doing. Just leave a comment of what he was doing there.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was.
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go, Misty Island.
That's right, and then.
And Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub.
Bro,
filled
most of
with
these textures look like
eco.
Mario 64
Man,
textures.
Are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement.
Ouch.
Besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the 3 sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while.
Geez,
The
great
only
job,
other way
sages.
north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20
And I
power
have.
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if
Jeez,
they aren't
great.
willing to
Thanks
just
for
give
reminding
them
me.
away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are
For
even
some of
more
them.
out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Oosh, that's worse. Alright, let's begin the game at long last.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
And the controls, man. If there's one thing about this game that I love so much, it's the controls. This game just controls so naturally, bro. Like, look at the combos I can do. This is crazy. Okay, so the first thing is obviously collecting precursor orbs.
Floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
But why? Aren't power cells more like useful than precursor orbs? I just don't get why.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these.
And
so I can
which
power
should
the
mean
shield
that
while your
it has
eggs will
more
have a
value
door.
than a precursor orb, right? Saving data, please do not turn. Yeah, I get that. Bro, I get it.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look
That's
for power
2,
cells, but the lurkers
3,
must have captured them all.
4, 5, 6. There's a 7th one here. There you go. Yeah, for every location that you have to go in this game, you have to collect 7 scout flies in order to get another power cell.
That last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
That's blue eco, which contains the energy of motion.
Second favorite eco in my opinion, mostly because it makes you faster, interact with other precursor or like artifacts. With number 1 in my opinion being the red one. Oh yeah, and it does this. It attracts most of the currency in this game.
Notice how each blue eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
Yep. And green eco, what it does is simply just replenish your health, which you only have 3 bars.
This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through your body.
Pretty convenient.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Thank you, Kira. I'm aware. Did I almost... I was about to fall and not get this power cell. That would have been embarrassing.
Good work. The blue eco caused the door to open. With blue eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
Wait, am I missing? I'm not sure if I'm missing, like...
Those little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your health.
But you only have a limit of 3. I really could wish a type of cheat mod that allows you to play through this game with like more HP.
You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
There we go. But I don't think I collected every power cell here. I'm not power cell, my bad. I mean, yes, but I meant precursor orbs. Well, there really isn't anything, and I don't care about the precursor orbs. So let's go back to... Let's go back here, and... Yep. Guess this does for the first episode, honestly. Guess this tutorial was so supremely long, thanks to the dialogue. So,
problem. We got the moves, eh, Jak? We'd love to stay
so if you want to see more of this, honestly, just hit like and subscribe if you want to see more of these. I think I do still plan, even if that does not happen.
You're out adventuring. Why don't you make yourself useful?
But without further ado, hope you'll enjoy this tiny video of Jak and Daxter, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!